everybody. Today we're going to do lesson plan 11, grade 1, term 2. The topic is understand number 10, and it's worksheet 38 in your DB workbook. So we're just quickly going to have a look at that. Then we're going to go back to the lesson plan. This is then your link to the CAPS curriculum. You can pause anytime and see what it's all about. And then what we're going to do is you can pause at the resources and dictionary to see what you need to prepare today, and what new words or what words do we need to understand to teach. Then we're going to start with the daily routine. Now, the daily routine, remember also we have a little interactive activity that you can use. You can always contact us, and we can send you the link, or you can email us at info@SATeacher.co.za and ask for the daily routine activity. Here we then ask whose birthday is today, what's the date, what's the time, how's the weather outside, show me left, right, up, down, and then what you can do is you're going to ask who's absent. Then we're going to go on to the counting part. Now the counting part is we're going to work between 0 to 20, and we're going to work in ones, and we're going to use words to compare numbers. We're going to ask which is less, 16 or 19. At this time you're going to pause, and then you're going to ask questions to your learner or your child, um, like the one we just asked you, which is less, and you're going to give the child any two numbers between 0 and 20. Then the next activity, we suggest that you do it orally with your child so they can listen, or with the children in the class. That's why we provided you with the answers here. So maybe if you want to show it to the learners, we just need to cover it up. So I'm just going to cover it like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to, if you put these numbers in order from the biggest to the smallest, which number will be first? Remember, biggest. So we're going to look at 132. So which will be the biggest number? The biggest number will be number 3. 765. Which will be the bigger number? 978. Which is the biggest number? 534. Which is the biggest number? 867. Which is the bigger number? 312. 687. 1089. 576. 423. You can now stop and pause, and then you can go through these again with your child, or the learners. They can answer it orally, or they can write it on a piece of paper. After you're done with the activity, you can then reveal the answers, and you can read it to them, and you can check their work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the concept development for today, and we're going to work with 10 objects today. So I want you to choose any 3 objects where you have 10 of in your house, and you need to pack them on the table, but make it more than 10. So then you ask the child to show you 10 pencils, 10 crayons, and 10 counters. Whatever object you have at home. After they pack that out in any format or in any sequence, you're going to ask them then to make a drawing of this. You can pause the activity now, and then you can do this introductory activity. Now what we're going to do, welcome back. So what we're going to do now is the concept development. So we're going to look at 10. And what you can do is you can use the posters. We will provide you with some of these resources, or you can contact us at info@sateacher.co.za. So let's quickly look at the first one. So we're going to look at the number 10, and we got 10 beads here. So the first thing is, when we look at the number 10, we're going to look only at the symbol. And we're going to ask the learners to write the symbol in the air, like we did in the previous lessons. We're going to ask them, or I want you to build the number symbol using small stones or anything that you got available. Then you're going to write the number on a piece of paper, or if you've got a small chalkboard, you're going to write it on there, much bigger than you're going to write it in your book. Then you're going to use your worksheets um, in your DBE workbook or the SATeacher worksheet, and you're going to trace the number symbols in the workbook with your finger. And lastly, then on the worksheet, you're going to write the number symbol in your writing book. So you're going to write it in your worksheet book by writing it there, or in your writing book that you have at school, or on a piece of paper. Then we're going to go to the number name, 10. So first we're going to write the number then in the air. We're going to bold it by using stones. This is very nice when you do this activity outside. Then you're going to write it on a piece of paper or on a small chalkboard if you have one. Then you're going to trace the number name in your workbook, in your DBE book, or to the SATeacher book. And then you're going to write the number name in your writing book. So for the symbols and the number names, you then have 5 different activities. So at this time, you can pause and you can complete this work with your learners or at home with your child. So let's then look at the next question. Let's ask the children to make an oral sentence with the word 10 so they can see and understand the word 10 in context. Then we're going to go to the different levels again. So level 1, 2, and 3, concrete, representative, abstract. This is an approach or model used internationally so learners understand mathematics. Already we started the lesson by using concrete resources, but maybe you need to revise some of these activities if the children struggled, or you need to do the activity again using concrete resources, counting up to 10, bold the number 10, bold the word 10. Then on your worksheets, there are these cards that you can use. You can use it on the worksheet or you can cut it out. And what they're going to do is they're going to match the number symbol with the picture. So in the representative form. You can also ask the learner to draw things, but it must be a total of 10. Then lastly, we're going to look at the worksheet. So you might already done some work on the worksheets, but they're going to complete this doing question number 1, 2, number 3. They're going to color the number of pictures or circle it. And then they're going to complete the table by tracing the symbol 10 and the word 10. And then lastly, we're going to put focus on the words, what is 1 less and what is 1 more than 10. And they can write it down or they can just answer it orally. Then lastly, we're going to look at the problem solving. Now the problem solving, I'm just going to go back to our different levels. So the problem solving at the bottom is we can do it concretely or we can do it on the representative level. You will know at what level your class is or your children, but it's always good to start at the representative or the concrete level and then move to the representative level, because what we want to do is we want learners to understand mathematics. Um, then let's quickly go again back. So you've got the problem solving, and then what we do is the last part, we have the consolidation. Now the consolidation, you have your questions again. If you answer yes to all of them, you can carry on with the next lesson. If you couldn't, and you tick some no's, you need to revisit or revise certain questions, or you can contact us at SATeacher.